Okay, let's make sure everything is working. All right, good evening. How's everyone doing? Right now I'm trying to finish up my facial routine. I'm so sorry, this is not professional. As I'm exiting my 30s into my 40s, I try to take my skincare a lot more seriously because I didn't do that in my 20s. So it's always good. I should have done it in my 20s too, but it's always good to take care of your skin. So I'm using olive oil, vitamins, retinol, so I can stay hydrated. So I wanted to use my platform to have real conversations, covering the things that people are going through as far as personal growth, development, careers, side hustles, your art, having conversations about what is it taking for you to get to the point where you are able to express your art, able to express your talent, able to express your skills. And a lot of people are struggling with that, no matter what age group. And we're now seeing that no matter what age you are, what talent you have, go out there and shine. I'm one of the people that decided that, hey, what's going on? I see some people on here already. Hey, Tay, what's going on? So I'm letting everybody know, I'm sorry, I just stepped out the shower and I'm doing my olive oil facial treatments. It's important to, keep your skin good. Exiting out of my 30s into my 40s. So anyway, real conversations about the things that we're going through. No matter what age you are, put yourself out there. We're in a time now that social media is you can do a lot of different things and it hits everyone. And so there's really no excuse not to make effort to put your gifts out there. So how do you do that? And what do I do? And how do I use that? I was one of them. Actually, a year ago, pretty much today, I decided that I needed to put myself out there. I can't be an introvert. People don't know I exist except for jobs and coworkers. And here I am with degrees and certifications and all this. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm not knocking school. School is very important. College is important. It is. I don't knock my hard work of going to a 4-year university, grad school, any of that. But I'm going to tell you guys something. I am a baby Gen Xer, okay? We were still coming up where our parents were still telling us, finish high school, hopefully you can get to college or get a good job, stay on that job for 30 or 40 years, and you are a success. That's all it takes. And it's like, things have shifted now. This Gen Z generation is really popping. These millennials are really, really doing some things. So all these things that people are doing, they're not kidding. All those motivational messages that you're hearing, they're not kidding. Put yourself out there. No matter what you're doing, what your skill, what your art is. I was living in my box last year. I decided to put myself out there. I decided in October of last year, I'm going to leave corporate America and I will work with corporate America. I have many skills that I can help so many people. And my skill set and my art and creativity is being able to organize and structure people in their business. As a document controller, as a technical writer, organizing homes. The feel good of, oh my gosh, Danielle, you transformed something inside of me, the stress, or, you feel better. Our art and our gifts do that to people. You need to showcase that. So tonight, I'm bringing up someone who actually did a beautiful job for me back in 2021, October, for my 20th class reunion. So, and that was 2 years ago. So yeah, 2021 was my 20th class high school reunion. And I was rushing, trying to get ready. And my best friend, my sister in life, was like, my sister-in-law can do our makeup. And I was like, let's go. And she did a beautiful job. But her talents is more than just, beautiful looks for cotillions or balls or galas. She does weddings and her Halloween costume makeup. Oh my goodness grief. You guys definitely follow her page. Look at her makeup. She's probably going to get snatched up from Hollywood pretty soon. but I would like to bring her up and discuss her art and what made her inspired to do makeup, as much as I love doing organization and documents and keeping people organized. It feels so good. It feels so good. Have a nice, organized, clean place. I love it, and I love the feeling. So I'm going to bring her up so she can talk about the things that she's learned and how did she get into makeup and how did she perfect her art. And her name is Brittany. So Brittany, I see her on here. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can bring you up. And I hope everyone is having a good evening. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it looks like, hey Tay, hey buddy.
Hi.
Brittany. Hi. Hey, gorgeous.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How you feeling tonight?
Good.
Yeah, look at her. Look at her, you guys. Isn't she gorgeous? Even without the makeup. I mean, seriously, she's gorgeous. Very talented. So thank you so much for coming on tonight. I do appreciate your time. And so I wanted to discuss what made you decide to do this. Like, what was it about this particular art that you wanted to express?
I mean, I have just always been artistic in general. I've always been told, Brittany, you got to do something with your art. You got to be an artist. You need to paint, you need to do something. And I always thought, oh, whatever. It's, art is a hard thing to, you know, really get out there and everything. So I really just started doing, I would get on Facebook and do Facebook Lives and do, my makeup and, do my FX stuff, my painting, my Halloween stuff. And everyone was like, oh my God, it's so great, Brittany, you really need to do like makeup for people. Just like, you need to start doing it. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I will. So I started just doing makeup on friends, family and stuff like that. It started getting out there. I got asked to do weddings, proms, you name it. And, basically started off by word of mouth, Facebook, got on Instagram, started posting my stuff. I made my own page, and it just went off from there. And I'm getting booked up like crazy now. You wouldn't believe it. So
Congratulations. That's beautiful. So what would you tell someone right now that's looking and watching who's thinking, you know what, I have this particular talent, whether it's makeup or it may be something similar to my talent, whatever it may be. I'm scared. Nobody's going to believe in this. I don't have anybody supporting me with this. How am I going to put myself out there? What advice would you give them?
I mean, social media is great. It really is. Like you were just saying, nowadays that's how everyone's getting their stuff out there, and like you were saying, like, I'm not going to knock school or anything like that. School's great, but this is a great way to get, what you want to do across. It's a lot of practice. It's a lot of, doing stuff like this, like going live, making videos, talking about it, things like there's a lot of ways you can go about doing it. You know what I mean? So
Awesome. That's good. And that's all. And hopefully everyone is hearing that message. All those motivational messages that we see when we turn on our phones about, perseverance, determination, go for it. All you need is that one yes. For you, someone saw that and said, you need to put this out there. Exactly. You need to do this for people. Mm-hmm. And that encouragement is very helpful. But whatever support or encouragement that you have or don't have, still go for it. Put it out there, and you're gonna fall. I don't know about you, Brittany, but whoo! And like you're saying, no matter what you try to do, again, education and all that, your passion, your purpose, if you find it, put it out there. Grow it. Don't worry about failing. Don't worry about someone not supporting you. If you have someone in your life not supporting you, they don't need to be there, right, Brittany?
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people can be so supportive, and that's what it is. A lot, especially if you have a lot of friends and stuff like that out there, a lot of family, they will all support you. And you just have to, believe in yourself and just keep trying and just do it. It doesn't hurt to try. So
it doesn't hurt to try, right? And I think it's that fear. Mm-hmm. That fear. I'm going to be made fun of. Someone's going to talk about me. You didn't make it. It's all this fear, right? And it's just like, you don't have a blueprint. Not everybody has a particular blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say have that courage. And like you said, you will find support system in surprising places, right? I mean, it just took one person to connect us together, and hopefully you'll be doing my makeup again pretty soon
Yes.
for my birthday trip.
I hope so.
Yes. So, yeah, everything that you're going through, all the thoughts that you have, I'm not good enough, it doesn't matter. Keep grinding. Like Brittany just said, you're going to have to keep practicing. You're not going to have everything overnight, but that's okay.
Yes.
That is okay.
Mm-hmm.
You will get there. You will meet people. You will be encouraged. You will, sometimes you need a break too, right? Sometimes it's just like too much. And it's okay, right?
Well, yes, and what I was gonna say is there are Facebook groups. There are so many groups you can get involved into that will help. I mean, I actually wrote it down because I had a feeling I was going to talk about this. But when I was, about 7 years ago when I first started doing this, I was in a group on Facebook called Beauty with Batman. It sounds crazy, but anyways, I met a lot of cool people on there, and I actually, became friends with people that are doing makeup now for, her name's Natalie Costello, and she actually is doing, or did, the makeup in the show Wednesday, all the FX makeup. Yes, and I met her on there a long time ago, and some of the Halloween looks that I've done have been inspired by some that she's done.
Yes.
And, I made a lot of really good friends on there. I learned a lot of stuff. So groups are helpful when you're trying to learn how to do anything. I mean, I have friends that, have small businesses making, cups and shirts and things like that, and cookies and all these, crazy cool things. And they probably started off, learning stuff, YouTube, Facebook groups, all that stuff. So you got to look for stuff to help you, and for the people that will help you and encourage you and give you tips. And I mean, I used to not be this good at doing makeup. You know what I mean? It took a long time. So, it's the more you do it, the more you get into it, the better you'll be. And
by the way, just off topic for a second, are you doing any coaching for your makeup for anyone, any one-on-ones or any group coaching? Teachings or anything?
I have been asked to do teaching people how to do their makeup, do like classes and things like that. And I haven't started doing it yet. I've thought about it. I did post about it once saying like, hey, it'd be good to get like a group of people together. I think that would be better. I think if someone contacted me and said, hey, I want to do like a party where you teach everybody how to do their makeup, I would definitely do that. It was, I haven't really put a price point on it or anything like that yet, but, yeah. I would be willing to if I got more requests, you know what I mean? So.
Awesome, Brittany. So, you also said that you've been doing this for 7 years. When did you feel was a turning point that you felt like you were getting recognized for your art? Like, okay, I'm starting to get more clients. What year did you feel like, okay, I'm starting to feel the transition? Like, okay, I'm getting my groove now.
Probably a year after I started making like my Facebook lives and doing my makeup and everything like that. I, had, like I said, done a few, friends makeup and, things like that. And I started just getting a lot of people messaging me and saying, hey, can you do my makeup? Hey, can you do my sister's makeup? Hey, I got a wedding coming up. And I got so, booked like almost, at least once a month, once every other month at that point. I thought, wow, this is like really a thing and it's happening. And, I'm going to be able to contribute to my household because I'm a stay-at-home mom and, pay for things that I couldn't pay for before and, things like that. I thought, wow, I could actually really do something with this. And I mean, it really didn't take that long within that year, and then now I get people ask me, hey, can you do my makeup, next week? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm booked out now because you got to ask me like months in advance. And I mean, that's how great it's been. So.
Wow. And seriously, congratulations. I'm so proud. One of the things that you're mentioning, and I see my other good friend on here, Broderick, he's on here. that support, finding that support, I want to take it back to that for a second. You have people that I have conversations with about, I don't have the support. And some people feel like they need that leverage, and some people feel like, I got it all on my own. I got this. I would do this. The one thing I would tell anyone, whether it's feeling like you're lost in your journey to try to figure out how to do whatever it is you're doing, or you may not even found your purpose quite yet, is, like you said, get on there, find your tribe, find your people. You will find people now. It's so much easier. When you and I were children, it was pen pals, writing pen and paper and mailing off and having to wait. We don't have to do that anymore. You can brand yourself where you can tag a particular brand and build up a followership. It doesn't matter if you're extrovert. It doesn't matter if you're ambivert. It doesn't matter if you're introvert. I identify somewhere between introvert and ambivert. But I had to make the mindset change that in order for people to know that I have a gift to share to the world, I have to not be scared to put myself out there. And luckily, I have a great support system. You guys are a great support. I have like King Arthur, Knights of Justice kind of support system. But if you don't have that, you can put yourself out there to get it. If it's a 9-to-5 job, and again, I'm not knocking anybody, hustle. But even if it's your 9-to-5 and you're like, you know what, I could be doing this right now. I could be living my dream. Do it. Do it.
Yes.
How many times have we said we had a gift and we had someone telling us what our value was?
Yeah.
And decrease that value and make us feel like we don't have the support to do it. Bullshit. Ain't nobody, we're not doing that anymore. Mm-hmm. So like you said, and like Broderick said, put yourself out there, do the work, but you also have to change your mindset. So when you have a gift like you said, I had to work on this. I had to be persistent. Mm-hmm. I think that is the key. You have to be persistent. I don't care if you don't have money. You can find a way. There's grants out here. There's something out here. People got cash apps now. Put your prize aside. You got to do cash app, do whatever. Don't be embarrassed to put whatever the gift is out into the world. And that's what I want my platform to be about, is support each other. Yes. Support each other. And understand each other. And so that's a big deal for me. So thank you for that one. Was there anything you wanted to add as far as time frame? Some people feel like I haven't done it yet. I haven't made it. Like they put themselves out there. They're not getting what they need. People talk about niches and all that. What do you say if someone feels like, you know what, Brittany, I've been doing this for 3 years. I'm trying to do makeup. I've been following your page. I'm about to give up. What would you say to that person?
I mean, you really can't give up. And I will say this too. I wanted to add this in, is part of it is you really have to enjoy it. You really have to love it. You really have to put a lot of time in. I mean, I absolutely love this. I have fun doing it. Part of the reason I love doing makeup is because it makes people so happy. And that's like one of my things. I really like to make people feel happy and beautiful. And like, that's a big thing. Just the joy that I get, it might sound weird, I don't know, but the joy that I get in like when I do someone's makeup and they look at themselves in the mirror and they see how good they look and they've never seen themselves look like that before, that is a lot of motivation just right there, So something like that, get yourself motivated more, do something that makes you just feel good about it.
You're right. That is a really great point that Brittany brought up. So if you're getting to a point where you've been doing something for, I say a couple of years, I think the first year or two is probably the most complicated time. Would you agree? If you get to a point where you're stagnant, I would say take a break, try something else. Because sometimes I think we are pushed so hard for something because we're trying to achieve something so hard.
Yes.
That we need to just take a step back for a second, slow down, see where the disconnect is. If you enjoy what you do, I enjoy when my clients say, Danielle, you saved my life. I just organize. Like, it's not like I'm a paramedic or a cop or anything of importance. All I'm doing is clearing out your life so you have the space and time to focus on the things that you want. No different from a doctor. Doctor wants to service his patients. Yeah. He has an office manager to service everyone else so you can refocus. So take that time, take that break. If it's something that you feel like it's really not it, maybe you're close to your purpose, but maybe it's not quite it. But don't give up. Still put yourself out there. I also love art. I sketch. I haven't sketched in a long time, but I used to make murals for people. You know, it's not the most beautiful, it's not the most artistic, but it was good enough where people admired
Yeah.
it. That's another side that you can bring to the table when you tap into your art side, your gifts.
Well, I actually have something to add too on that. What you said is, I mean, I have a friend who is also a makeup artist, and she was working at the time too. She has, I think, 4 kids, and she's about to have her fifth, and I know she's really doing it. Let me tell you. But she started doing lashes also, and she started doing, oh God, what else did she start doing? But she started doing a bunch of other things related to beauty, and now she's really getting out there, and now she has a beauty bar now. She's got clients working for her. Like, she's really doing it. And so sometimes, like you're saying, maybe if makeup isn't your thing, do something similar, do lashes, or start doing facials, or something like that, and then maybe branch from that, or something along those lines.
You're correct, and they call those trends. So even if you're in corporate America right now, you're doing a 9 to 5, and people want to get promoted. That relates to transferable skills. So whenever you're trying to get to a next opportunity and you don't have that particular skill, you may have a transferable skill for that, and you may end up finding something that adds to that skill so that you can keep moving along and pushing. I wanted to ask, where do you see yourself now going forward in the next year, the next 5 years, with everything that you're doing? You're a beautiful mom. Your kids are lovable, and you're a wife, a mom. You're holding on your own business. Where do you see this going in the next few years for you?
So I actually want to go back to school to become I can't ever say it, esthetician.
I know it's a tongue twister.
I can't say it. And I want to start doing, like, facials and all that stuff. And then I actually have a friend who, she did my Botox one time, and she has a place in the Woodlands, and I had been thinking about it for a while. I would like to learn how to do, like, injections and microdermabrasion, all that kind of stuff, peels and whatnot. And that's something like that you can branch from doing makeup to that. I maybe learn how to do lashes also, so because I enjoy doing this, so I think that's something that I can move forward doing, is other things in the beauty industry.
Nice. Oh my goodness. And trust me, you guys, seriously, when you see her photos, like the costume makeup that you do, I'm just like, Hollywood's gonna just really snatch you up. I mean, she's like CGI type. Girl's gifted. She doesn't just do beautiful wedding makeup. I mean, she has skills, real skills. So please do not downplay that. Well, I appreciate you giving all this information. Is there something you want to add, anything additional as far as growth or support or change that people probably need to understand? Because we both are going through a journey as entrepreneurs. The journey is not always easy. Again, as moms, if you have a 9 to 5 job and you have your side hustle, all these different things, what can you add to people as far as, like, their mental health and things that they need to do to take care of themselves as they're trying to progress and find their purpose in life?
I mean, well, one of the things is definitely self-care. You really have to care for yourself, make sure that, everything you're doing, you're not overly stressing yourself. Like you were saying before, sometimes take a step back and just kind of think about it. And, at one point, I felt a little kind of taken back. I had a nasty customer one time, and not because of something I did wrong, but I got kind of, like, discouraged, and I felt like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But, I had a lot of support, and I had a lot of people tell me, like, no, Brittany, don't worry about that, and, it made me a little sad and depressed because, I try really hard, but you just have to keep trying, make sure you take care of yourself. Don't overly do it. At one point, I was doing makeup so much that I almost didn't have time for family and, things like that. And I kind of had to, make my own schedule out to where I did have time for those things. You just really have to learn how to balance it. And, that's another thing that takes practice too. You really have to figure out how much you want to do, what you can and can't do, and, kind of fit it all in, but also like, don't overdo it, So, but yeah. And then, God, I don't know. I can't think.
You're right, because I think so many people are just mentally overwhelmed.
Yes.
And sometimes we put on a facade that we're okay, and we're not being honest. Like, I'm overwhelmed. I can't book clients, or I have this nasty client, or I want to quit. And it's just so overwhelming. So for me, like you were saying, make sure you have that self-care. Having, as an introvert, having a really great connection is still viable. Just because we're introverts doesn't mean we don't need our connections. We don't need to be, with our people. But stuff like yoga, I love yoga. I love going for walks. It's been beautiful weather. Great time to get some sunlight. We're coming out of the winter month. Wherever that may look like, you don't have to always have to spend money. You can even make your own, at-home mask or whatever, just to take time out.
Yeah.
I don't, we all need a break from kids, from our art, from our jobs, husbands, whatever. We need a little bit of a break so that we can recover, fill back up, pour more into our family, and pour more into our gifts.
Yes.
And we can show up better into the world.
Mm-hmm.
And do you feel the same way about posting constantly? We have some people that post all day. I got to post, get those algorithms up. Some people are like, look, I'll post 2 times a week, and that's it. I just want to showcase some stuff for motivation. I'm not looking for clients. What do you think the balance is on posting on social media?
If you're really trying to get yourself out there, I would post pretty frequently. Get people to share your posts, post on different platforms. For me, I'm good now to where I don't really have to as much now because I am so out there. But if you are getting started out, it's important to, put yourself out there, to post a lot, to, have people share, support you, and everything like that. But for me now, like you're saying, sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like, I got enough. I got word of mouth, and I'll post. Like, now I just post when I do makeup. I'll just post what I did, at the wedding, or if I do Halloween makeup, I'll just post my pictures. I share them, on my story and on my feed. And I also have my page. It's important to have a page also on something. I have a Facebook page. Some people have websites. You have to make something that is shareable, that shows your work, shows what you do, and that way people can really like see it instead of you just telling them what you do, if that makes sense. And that really helps a lot.
Awesome advice. We have Miss Kathy Brown, 38. She had a question. She said, do something that you want to wake up and do. It's not work, but your love. Yes, she's right. When you do the things that you love to do, it doesn't feel like work. The challenges that you go through, when it's something you love, you're like welcoming, you're opening to that change and that challenge. When it's something that you don't like, it's like, oh, child, look, I'm going to deal with this.
Yeah.
It becomes a headache, and then you got to drag yourself out of bed just to do it. If she's right, Kathy, thank you so much for that, for dropping that. If it's something that makes you feel like, if it's affecting your health, it's affecting your relationships, I don't care what it is, get out. Get out. That's not healthy. Definitely get out. But if you love what you do, it's going to help you to encourage to do better, to reach out. And I will add on to what Brittany says. Also, you learn so much from everyone else has been there. Or even if you can't find a mentor that's exactly going through what you're going through, like Brittany said, it's something adjacent, having that challenge, that Kobe Bryant to that Michael Jordan challenge, is going to further you along. And so, definitely great support. Make sure you post, like Brittany said. If you're trying to put yourself out there, your business, definitely post. I do the same thing. I will do a story and a reel, and sometimes I'll do an actual post, and it covers all of my social media platforms. So, all right. Well, we are almost out of time. I said about 30 minutes to an hour. I think, Brittany, you gave great conversation. I do appreciate your time. Let everyone know where to check you out.
Yes. So this is my personal page that I'm on right now, but my makeup Instagram is it's capital B, capital L, B Lauren, beauty with a capital B, and _. So I don't know if you can maybe, tag me in that. Do you have my makeup, makeup page? I think you are.
Okay, so we'll try to, if we can't do it, if we can't put in the comments tonight, what I'll do is I'll tag it on this later so we both have this video and everybody can have it. So we'll try to tag it if we can't I can see if I can put in the comments real quick. And you said it's
B Lauren Beauty _. And B, Lauren and Beauty are all capitalized. And then also I have a Facebook page. It may be hard to find. I've had people have difficulty finding it before, and maybe I can send you the link to that as well.
Okay.
But I do have a Facebook page. So, and that is also B Lauren Beauty. But like I said, some people have had a difficult time finding it. So, but yeah, that's where all my work is. Most of everything that I've done is on there. So.
Awesome. Awesome. And of course, you can check me out. I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on TikTok, and of course, I'm on Instagram. I help entrepreneurs, corporations get their operations and administration in order, organization. I only do home services for people that I know and close referrals. But if you have a business, you need some support in your operations. I have over 15 years of logistics and document control experience and course billing. So if you need something to be freshed out, I need to clear out my space, I need to figure out how to do documents, get things organized, I'm the person you reach out to. All right, so we're going to go ahead and let everybody go because we got kids, we got to eat, we got to sleep, we got to get up in the morning. I will say today is Wednesday, so I hope everyone can leave tonight thinking we're halfway done with the week. Let's set up some new goals, some new affirmations. And I also want to say thank you to my man who's on here supporting me. I love you and happy birthday. It's his 40th birthday tonight. Brittany, if you don't have anything else to say, if there's no more questions, thank you guys so much for joining. I do appreciate it. And we'll be doing this hopefully every Wednesday. So, and we'll try to tag your stuff on for our video tonight.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you. Take care.